Happy Friday. Today I figured I'd share the story of how I got diagnosed. I'm going to try not to ramble on and make this video super short and sweet because if you're anything like me, I lose interest right away and yeah. So anyway, long story short, I got diagnosed by accident. I actually went in to get a procedure done and had blood work done that showed that my white counts were really low. So I was sent over to an oncologist because my doctors believed I possibly had cancer. So they did the test to test for cancer, which is a bone marrow biopsy, and it came back negative. I did not have cancer. However, it did show a marker of ANA. ANA is the type of protein that they test for, which in most patients who have autoimmune disease comes out positive. So the doctor at the time, the hematologist, told me, I think you have lupus. This was the very first time I had heard the word. I had no idea what it was. And quite frankly, I didn't care because I didn't have cancer. So I just felt like I'd won the lottery. And I was like, great, give me a pill, whatever, let's move on with it. So fast forward, I meet with the rheumatologist and he did an evaluation and he asked a lot of questions. And here I was, and I feel kind of bad saying this, but I almost felt like it was a waste of my time. I'm like, can we just get on with this? Fix me and let's keep going because I got a busy life. I don't got time for this. He would ask me questions, and of course, I'm still like in denial mode. And, you know, I gave him all the answers that he wanted. He said, I'm going to do some more blood work and I'll see you back in a couple weeks. So on November 6th, I went back to his office and he asked me a lot of the same questions again. And this time I was kind of annoyed. I was like, yeah, okay, I do have hair loss, but I just had a child and this is a hormone imbalance. You know, this is normal. He would ask me, are you sensitive to the sun? And I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, look at me. I am very, very pale. So of course, when I go out to the sun, I become red, really red in my cheeks, and it lasts for days, sometimes weeks. He said, are your feet getting swollen? I'm like, yes, but I work on my feet all day. You know, I almost felt like I had a justification for everything that he was asking me. It even came to the point where he asked me, do you have ulcers in your mouth? And for that, I didn't have an excuse. So then he looked at me and he said, you have lupus. And I said, okay, well, I'm kind of late for work, so you know, give me whatever you're going to give me and I got to go. So he did. He prescribed an immunosuppressant, Plaquenil, and steroids. Because I was so obsessed with going, I forgot to just take a breather and ask questions. To me, having to go to the doctor was an inconvenience. I did not realize the seriousness of my diagnosis. And it wouldn't be until May when shit really hit the fan that I had to say, wow, I need to really pay attention to what's happening in my body because if I don't, I can die. And I don't think that I'm the only person that has been diagnosed with something that kind of goes through a stage of denial. It's almost like you grieve the person that you're used to being. So the first natural thing for me to do was to deny that it was happening and just keep going. And I feel like I was very lucky the way that I was diagnosed. I could have been in a lot of trouble had they not found it the way they did. And had I not already been on medication to treat it by the time May came around the following year. And you know, it's one of those things where you live and learn. And I had a really crappy attitude about my diagnosis. I had a really crappy attitude about my health. And if there's one thing that I've learned is that the only thing that you cannot put on the back burner is your health. Because you can buy anything else. You can make money. But you can't buy your health. So it has to be a priority. So yeah, that's how I got diagnosed. So there you have it.